Alrighty, hey everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. How you doing, David, Her Ladyship, Bassman, and Basswoman? Yeah. Um, Today, I got lots of work done yesterday, Bassman. I did. Lots of work on the Chevy, that is. Oh, well, I got lots of. Today, I want to tidy up the undercarriage. That's my big objective. So yeah, first up. Now, actually, no, what I should have done first up. Link. Dear me. And boom. There we go. Oh, excuse me. Now, there we go. And
Hello.
here we go. Hardly ho. How we doing?
Hello.
You got me, dude.
Now.
There you go. Say hello. Say hello.
Hello.
Hardly ho. All right. Now, let's have a gander at how these lights are traveling. They're getting there, slowly but surely. Dearie me.
Seriously.
The little one is very much getting close to being. You can start to see the silver at the back now.
Oh, yep. It took
It's
quite some time.
game. It's a patience game.
What was it taking? Like 3 days, 4 days?
3 days, I think.
Wow. That's crazy.
Patience is a virtue, they say. Now, excuse me for a moment.
No excuses. You are mine and David's prisoner for the next hour and a half.
Well, there we have it. I've been told. Now, what I got done yesterday was I've got to. You can see where I've got to do the tidy ups. I've got a good start on that.
Cool.
Now, what I'm going to do is, of course, tidy up closer in there, sort of those areas there, sort of a thing. But I've got a good start on it. It's going to make it all a lot easier.
Yeah, that's going to look nice, man. Well, party.
I got the Chevy Orange on. I did.
Hello, Robbie.
Hello, Robbie.
Oh, hey, Robbie, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I watched some yesterday evening, and I saw where David was working on his Bugatti, and you went out to paint the engine and the chassis.
Oh, I did lots. I wasn't well happy with the outcomes. Now, let's just pretty much my outcome next, or my next objective is, as I said, painting or tidying up that chassis, which of its own should not rust real hard. Now,
I said that to a lady one time and almost got smacked.
Do what?
I said that to a lady one time and almost got smacked. So I want to tidy up that chassis. Bless you.
Oh, dude, I was going to say with that video you sent me.
I know, right?
You know how I said that when I was working, that was just like wallpaper to me.
I know, right? I was like, what?
It's true. I wasn't joking either. You got so used to seeing naked women that another set of titties running around in front of you was just, yeah, whatever.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, it's like, okay, another.
Yeah, it was.
The first few months was just grand, though, wasn't it?
For a little while, it was different, interesting. And after a while, it was just, yeah, oh, they're not that good. Whatever, man. And
did you start
yeah.
looking and saying? So did you start looking and saying those are real? Those aren't. They need something.
I have a funny story about that. You'll have to excuse me again.
And some of them are like, "Lady, you need to cover up."
Yes, that is correct. Some indeed did, or some were just frightful. I don't know what they thought they were doing. Anyway,
Gotta laugh
but
at that.
there was one. I just started, and there was one chick. She was pretty hot, no, but and with quite a substantial rack. And I thought I'd seen some scars. And at the bottom, and she's down having a chat to me one night, and I had to ask, you know, they yours, and were they natural? She said, well, no, but that's not what you think. They used to be bigger.
What? Downside, huh?
They were giving her a bad back,
Mm.
so she had to have them reduced. And I'm talking about a chick with a hale and hearty rack here.
Yeah. I've seen something like that, man. I'm like, how in the world? I even asked my wife. I'm like, how do women function like that? I ain't nothing attractive
I
about
used to be with a chick,
What?
my ex. Now, what was she up to? J-cup? Something quite ridiculous.
Wow.
It was a problem for her, that is. As far as back, and I believe at a certain size, they do get in the way.
They got to. Yeah, that's one of the yep.
So yeah, but then there was the other chick who was perfectly hot as she was, and she went off and got silicon, and I didn't think it was an improvement, but then she went off to win the title of Miss Nude Australia, so I don't know.
Oh, sure.
Obviously that. Yeah. She was completely in the right line of work. She was a raging exhibitionist. But yeah, the yes, there we go.
Yeah, one of the ladies I used to date, she had to have reduction of one breast because abnormal size, so she had to brought it down. But they made a bit of a mess of the operation or something.
Oh shit! Damn.
That's
You know,
a
it's
bit,
sort of the finishing stitches. It was a bit. And I think because of her own metabolism, she dissolved the stitches too quickly. So, yeah. Otherwise, she was okay with it. Yeah, just those scar marks. That's all.
yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, a lot of people would have sued her ass. Put them in a malpractice court.
Now, but yes, it was a different experience as a place of employ to what many people would have, I would suggest. I had a similar a chat with a guy who had a similar experience, except for him, he was working in a porn store.
A porn store.
Yeah, he was saying when he first started, it blew his mind. You know, some of the toys, and not just that, of course, you're getting wall to wall sort of like, this is back in the days of when mags and vids were still things, you know. So he reckoned he's getting wall to wall images of women with any number of phalluses in their face. pretty much for the duration of his shift. And I said, but after a while, became just like wallpaper. I think that's where I got the phrase.
Years ago, Basswoman actually worked at one. Yep.
Some of the customers would have blown your mind, I'm sure.
And some of the horror stories, man, some of the stuff that's in there, and some of the like.
Oh yeah. Hey, you trust me, nothing would surprise me on that one.
You know what's even funnier? When my sister went in there and was like, "Oh hey."
Here's a funny one for you of that variety. I got this one off of. There's a range of videos on YouTube. Wood Rocket is the channel, and they do interviews with porn stars and ask them questions about the industry, how they got into it, experiences, stuff like that.
Right.
And sometimes it's straight out funny. Now they're saying, does your family know you do porn? That was the question they were posing. And if so, how did they find out? And apparently, and they interviewed this one guy, and he was saying, yeah, well, I was home one night and with my wife, and the phone's rung, and it was my sister, and she was in stitches, saying, "Oh, I've just seen this video with this guy who looks so much like you," and all he's been able to reply is, "Yeah, well, now about that." And yeah, busted.
Damn.
The another you beauty was one chick's poor uncle.
The uncle. That never happened out, Bill.
Well, here's the thing. He was at a buck show apparently, and they had, as is so often the case, acquired some porn. And as he's picked up the case, he has immediately recognized it, particularly because she has this tat.
Oh, shit.
And he's gone, I can't watch this. And you think, you poor bastard. That would be Orkies, to say the least. I'm not sure if he... I believe their family's one of those families, well, that's okay, sort of a thing. But it's a thing of, I think he may have said, look, just us. Yeah.
I'm sure there's been a lot of cases of a family member seeing, their daughter or cousin or so forth.
That happens all the time. Now, it would actually depend very much on the family's mindset as to how big an issue that was.
Anyway.
I mean, whilst it's not quite the same, there was, I know that certainly one of the strippers' mothers was downright proud of the fact that her daughter was hot enough to do that as a job.
Well, I mean, does it matter?
I've got to say, she was
if they're hot enough or what you'll do. I don't think it really matters whether they're hot enough, is whether
well, yeah, there is a reality right there. I'll grant you that. In her instance, no, she did have a bit going on. She was one of the better examples of the female form, shall we say?
Yeah, and I've seen some of them in years past, man. They definitely did not.
Some of them just should no, it falls heavily into the category of look, sweetie, keep your clothes on.
Yeah, there's been some rough ones.
Yeah, some of them get a bit rugged, and because let's face it, some of them are straight out skag heads. Let's not be shy now.
Yep. I
They're
went to
not healthy.
there used to be a topless bar here close to the next town over from where we live at years ago. They closed down. And I went one time when I was like probably 18, 19. And
Yeah.
I saw one girl. I went in there when I first walked in, sitting on a stool. She had a big old zit on her ass, and I turned around and left.
Classy.
That kind of messed it up for me right there for that place.
Yeah, look, man.
Actually, that was really nasty. No bullshit.
Yeah. And yeah. I mean, speaking for myself, if I was going to be getting my kit off and flaunting it about, I'd want to be making sure I was looking pretty damn tidy. And to be fair, some of the girls did, because they were smart enough to know that the better they looked, the more money they made.
Absolutely, absolutely, yes, sir. But yeah, this was sitting at the bar at that table.
And in fact, that chick who had got the boob job, one thing I'll give her big creds for was she was smart enough to register herself as a business.
Wow.
Therefore, all her outfits, makeup, beauty treatments, whatever else, tax deductible.
Let's fucking right off, man. Wow. That's smart, though.
And you got to say, well, fair enough. Good on her. Smart.
If you can do it, why not? Shit.
And smarter than most of the girls who are working there, I'll tell you.
Fireball, quit.
Because some of them thought they were better off not declaring their income because, well, that way it's cash. No tax comes out.
Oh, yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
But what they're not real, what the problem is A, the guy who ran the strippers, because he paid them in cash, but the idea was that it was up to them to then take care of things.
Now, this place,
he was like saying to them, look, guys, it's not up to me. This is what you need to do. He was trying to explain it to them. And some worked it out, some didn't.
Yeah, these girls
who, like I said, were quite smart and went right, and realized what they could do with it.
Yeah, this place, I don't know how most places are, but the girls would walk around and you want a lap dance? Lap dance, $10.
Yeah,
yeah. See, that's been, oh my god. Oh.
Here's something to consider, man. Where I was worked at, basically, it was that the idea was that the lap dancers would be raffled off. So you could buy a ticket. You could buy one outright if you wanted. But basically, the customers would be sold tickets. Once the ticket buckets were sold, raffle dance. And it was a model that worked. And it was a model that worked quite effectively. Anyway, and I used to see guys go through hundreds of dollars a night.
Oh, heck yeah, man. Absolutely.
And it just used to blow my mind.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, if they were silly enough to touch, they copped a big backhander.
Yep.
And that would be, and if they were lucky, that would be all it was. So they couldn't touch it all.
Oh,
now,
no.
Myself, if I'm spending hundreds of dollars, and this involves a nude woman, at some point, I'm going to want business taken care of. You know what I'm saying here?
Yep. Yep. Somebody
bucks and you can only look. What the fuck's with that? I don't get it.
Yep. Somebody got to dance a little bit harder. A bit more big.
There's and then there was this. Get this one. Here's another one. This was just downright freaky. there was this chick who used to come in, with her partner, who was another chick that they were lesbians, but she was quite obsessed with one of the dancers, and it was not unknown for her to spend $300 just on watching that one dancer alone in the night.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, all show that's the dancer was saying about that was, yeah, cheers.
Dang.
No, she wasn't going to argue. No, was she?
You never got anything?
No. All she could
Probably.
do was, what she probably got was fucked righteously when she got home by her girlfriend. But
Dang.
at the end of the day, no, not a thing. Just looked.
More than likely. Yep. Not about how it rolls.
I mean, I also know of couples where the chick goes off to a bloke strip club with her friends, and the guy would go off to the female one, and they would catch up afterwards and take the evening's viewings out on each other, shall we say.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I can see that.
And you got to say, well, there's a mindset that one can certainly appreciate the logic of.
Yeah, and I mean, this is going to be the one that you're with, you know.
Yeah.
But where's your right mind at, though, you know?
Yeah.
What the hell was
Sorry, I've been a mess of the place here, as usual.
that? So this place we went to yesterday was over by the Raleigh Fairgrounds.
Yep.
You know, the outdoor flea market. It's normally a big indoor flea market and an outdoor flea market, but the inside of the building was closed off due to construction. And man, they probably had 300 or 400 tables out there full of just anything you can think of, really reasonable prices. So
Cool.
we walked around about 2 hours and sitting down at a picnic table, and I had to look behind me. It was the Carr Scott building. Now I saw people coming out with bags in their hands. I'm like, what the hell they got in their hands? So I Googled it real quick, kind of find out there was a Deadlim toy convention going on at the same place we were at for the flea market.
Yeah, right.
And I run across this guy inside the toy show that lives like 45 minutes from us. And David, you were the model king, but he is the god of models. He showed me pictures. This man's got 4,000 model kits.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Just have the space to store them would be a remarkable feat. Is he more of a collector of kits than a builder of kits?
Well, he builds them too, but he collects them as well. And he had some there at the toy show set up for sale, and I didn't really see anything I was interested in, so he didn't carry a whole lot.
Because I was going to say, I can see to a point.
Yeah, nice collection there.
If you had this space and all the rest of it, there are certain kits you could just collect for the historical value of them.
Oh, yeah. Now, there were some of them, yeah, but his price tag was a little bit too rich for us because I wasn't expecting anything like that to be out there. And I'm like, dang. But
like, one of the things you would be able to consider in that sort of a vein would be, excuse me, Matchbox kits. If you got hold of any of them, they'd be worth a pretty penny these days because, of course, they're not produced anymore.
Well, you know what? Since he lives in the town where my mom and stepdad lived for 25 years, I'm very Goldsboro, matter of fact, I'm very familiar with it. He gave us his business card and told us to give him a call sometime, and we could go over there and take a gander at it.
Score.
He's got 3 sheds that they're 12 by 36, 12 foot wide, 36. Yeah.
You see, that's half the thing right there. Like, seriously? To have that many kits, you would need sheds.
He called it his pre-estate sale.
Yeah, he got there at the toy show. He had a sign on his booth that said pre-estate sale.
Huh.
I thought he was joking until he brought out his binder with pictures he taken of everything.
Jesus.
And man, there was
Now I gotta say, a part of me does wonder though. You don't reckon you're getting a bit carried away, mate?
well, you know what? I don't know, man. I mean, y'all seen my toy collection.
Their own, but
Yeah. I mean, but 4,000. Can you imagine the money he's got tied up in that stuff?
well, that's part of what I'm thinking because, like, you're talking if it's 4,000, even we'll go for a really cheap average unit price, shall we?
Yep.
Say $20.
Yep.
That's really cheap. That's $80,000 in kits. And it's at that point, that's why I'm going, maybe the guy should have a bit of a think about, I mean,
Man.
he could invest that much money in all
But I
sorts
was-
of things.
Yeah, I was talking to him about us, you know, how we do the stream every night. We put kits together and, you know, about you and David. And, yeah, he was really intrigued.
Yeah, right. But 4,000. I guess you have to have them catalogued, wouldn't you?
I know, right? And he had them
Or
nice.
you wouldn't just have to have them catalogued, you'd have to have them stored appropriately as well. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
have it done like a
These
library.
buildings were really nice and really they had nice shelves in them and everything was stacked
Oh,
up.
so he's it's not like he's just got all of the four. There's order and yeah, no.
Oh yeah. There's a method to his madness, is what we'll call it.
Yeah, that's a fair. You know, that's a great little phrase, isn't it?
We say that a lot
Wow.
around here.
David might know the answer to this one. Let's see how you roll. Do you know from where it comes?
Method to my madness. No, I do not.
Shakespeare from the Tempest. So madness 'tis method int is the actual line.
Mhm.
Pretty sure it's the Tempest. So yeah,
That's pretty neat.
because it's one of the ones we studied in high school.
Oh, okay.
Here's a great Shakespeare reference for you. This is from Philomena Kunk, who I've mentioned to you before, just does make silly comments about history. And she said, and this is where Shakespeare lived, and probably where he would, and at some point she makes reference to his education. She said, and education back then was far easier because you didn't have to study Shakespeare. Yeah, nice.
Damn. That's pretty good. That's good shit.
Yeah.
And then at the toy show, they had I think it was about 275 vendors on the inside of this building.
Yeah, right.
And you're talking about vintage toys. Now over here we had it was Steve Austin, the $6 Million Man, like Bonnet. You know them, right?
Yeah.
They had there were some vendors. Yep.
We can rebuild him. We have the technology.
Oh man, that was good shit back then, wasn't it? Yep, there you go. And I found one of those that was mint in box. I think it was like $160.
Wow.
Yeah. And this
now
one
would be a rare item indeed.
Yes, sir. And the price tag had on it wasn't too bad either. And then another vendor had one that, you know, it's got the eye that you can look through the back of his head and see through his head out of his bionic eye. And boy, one vendor had Steve Austin in the blue jumpsuit, and then another vendor had one in the orange jumpsuit, but he had a foot missing. But he didn't
Wow.
$40 for that one, and I almost picked it up.
If you're,
But
yeah, you could have done, yeah, right.
but I had that toy when I was a little boy, and I
Huh.
should have bought the damn thing. But we did buy. We spent more than we should while we were there.
Oh, well. Hey, now the big rule of those sorts of places is you know you're going to spend more than you plan.
Absolutely.
If you think or even say otherwise, you're living a lie. Don't kid yourself.
You're lying to yourself and everybody around you.
There is
Yep.
today's sermon from the Mount.
Yeah, I had another kit come to this week.
Did you? What you got now? Oh, you got the other Batmobile.
Hmm.
That is damn it. Which one's that from?
A 99 film.
Yeah. There you go.
That's what the one I was trying to remember what I was going to be
89.
what video I was going to be sending you, David, and it's because it relates to that one. It's Bassman's seen it. It's where the one with Batman getting knifed.
Oh man.
The conversation that follows. I've got to remember to send that to you because it's pretty tight.
Who's there with him? Bane and is it Catwoman?
Oh no, I don't know what her name is, but she's the daughter of one of the villains. And long and the short of it, Batman's been plugging her.
Yeah.
And the conversation is, yeah.
Yeah, you need to send that to David.
Well, this kit comes with a background thing.
That's right. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh wow. A diorama thing to it. That is cool.
Yeah. So
So you build that kit, or are you gonna set it up with that diorama piece?
no, I might do. It's depends how well or bad I build this kit. It's
Yeah. I'm pretty happy with how the chassis is starting to come up.
it's quite a big piece though.
Oh wow. Yep. That chassis looks good, Ross.
Pardon?
That chassis looks nice.
Thank you. Yeah, I was considering as to as a quick little aside, I was looking at this, which is part of the that's the transmission. And initially, I was wondering should I paint that black, but then of course I realised that's going to go there, so they'll contrast nicely.
Yep.
So I'm pretty happy about all of that. I might give those the Chevy orange another coat there, actually, looking at them. Which then brings me to the next question. Should I do that before or after I assemble? These are the questions. Probably after, because tape can pull them apart.
And I'll tell you what, so this is turning spring and summer around here. You see more motorcycles out now, and people they're crazy, man. Crazy. I wouldn't mind having one, but I'm scared of everybody else out there on the road.
Look, in the same, here we go. First, it goes like this. A mate of mine, indeed, Chris it was, said to his daughter, Chloe, when you're driving, always drive like the person next to you is probably going to try and kill you. And this was the reference to driving in a car. He said, the moment you understand that, you'll be much safer.
Yep.
And if that is so in a car, it is doubly so on a motorbike, probably even trebly so. Because, of course, ultimately, you get hit on a bike.
Oh, it's over. You had a bad day.
That's if you're lucky. If you're lucky, it's a bad day. if it's a bad day, you are getting brain damage or death.
Mhm.
Fuck that.
Yeah, our neighbor across the street over there, he's got two small kids, probably 9 and 11, and he rides a motorcycle. And every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we know pretty much where he goes to. There's a bar over there outside of town that on the weekends during the summer, bikers hang out. And he leaves his wife and 2 kids there every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. He goes out on his motorcycle. 4 kids. Oh, it's too quiet. David's gone in. Rob's gone.
I'm still here.
Um,
You just
yeah,
heard.
look, it's a tried and tested and rather weary story. That sort of thing happens yeah. And there's of course the dire risk that one day he won't be coming back. That's the reality. But yeah,
I mean, I understand, getting out riding a motorcycle.
he's riding after a few bevies. It's not a smart move,
Yeah.
in my opinion, to say the least.
Oh, is that pint of squash or something like that, soft drink, really, when I was on the bike. It was
We
too
might
dangerous
do.
to have anything else.
The other thing, of course, is that there's a lot of dumbasses that drive on the road and don't really care if there's a cyclist coming their way.
There's a
And
lot
that's
of
an
idiot
actual
cyclists
problem.
as well.
I know that, yeah, there's just, I wouldn't want a motorbike, period. Just, no. No,
I mean,
I don't trust other drivers enough.
we were on the way home. Me and Bassman went this morning and grabbed some groceries about 9 o'clock this morning, 9:30. And on the way back, there was this damn car riding our ass. And we were on 70 highway, getting ready to turn off and go
Why do
back
people
to
do that?
come home. So I slowed down a little bit one time because they were too close to me. Well, as I got ready to make my turn to the right, this fool jumps out in the other lane, oncoming traffic.
Oh, dick. What a dick.
I don't get
Oh,
it.
actually, the other day I did some quite. See, when people tailgate me, it activates the inner cunt. And what I do is I will slow down quite significantly. When I say significantly, I'm talking down to, I'll do it in miles an hour for you. Give me a moment to do the calculations. It's pretty slow. That would be 25 miles an hour if I need to.
Yep.
Lower if I lower at need, and then they'll overtake. And depending on my mood, if I see them then tailgate somebody else, I will then quite deliberately accelerate up and block them, wedge them. And if the other guy starts slowing down, I'll just edge forward just enough to give him that hope. Then he'll change lanes again, and then I'll slow down again. You'll be amazed how long I can play this game.
Yep. I've been giving it.
And this guy the other day, he started with me, and then I saw him do somebody else, and it was just like, I think I'm going to fuck with you now. This I then did. And look, yeah. And it's and the thing that always has me in further laughter as much as anything else is when he eventually got past, where was he stopped at? The next set of lights.
Yeah, that's what always happens. It's always you're like, yep, didn't make no ground, did you, buddy?
Congratulations, you're a dickhead.
Yep. Me and Bassman, we pointed out a million times, like, look at that dumbass right here sitting next to him.
Yep. It's a bit special.
And it takes a special asshole when you're in a congested area like Raleigh and you're trying to pull out of a department store or
Oh,
a
look, yeah,
restaurant
yeah.
up and, let me out, man. Let me out. I let people out. I'm very courteous when I'm driving.
Well, it's not a big ask. And look, how long's it? You know how much it costs you? Generally, one. If you let two cars in, 2 car lengths.
Yeah.
Ooh. I
Yep.
limit my politeness. I will let one. I might let a second car in, depending on if traffic is such that it makes no fucking odds. Well,
Yep.
why not? Because sometimes traffic is like that.
I was on the phone with Bassman one time, and she was at a Walmart there in Garner, and she had to back up and turn around and come out and go out another area because people just would not let her out.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yep. And there's one Walmart. I asked her to stop it, and she said, "I am not stopping at Walmart." She's like, "I can never get out of there."
That's
Fair
that's just rude ass behavior, really.
Really, man. I mean, where's common courtesy? That's what's wrong with this world today. People just don't give a damn about nothing but themselves and what they can get.
Well, that is entirely the problem, actually. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
I quote Ford Fairlane: "So many assholes." So few bullets.
And look, man, when we go uptown, I talk and I play and I cut up. And matter of fact, today we're on one of the HBC aisles, and I needed some vitamins. And I thought I saw the ones I needed, and Bass Woman patted me on the back. She says, "No, dear, you're over 55. You need these." Well, there was an associate. There was a young girl sitting there working, putting up some stuff on the shelf. I tried to look at her and said, "Did you hear her call me old?" That girl trying to smile. She says, "I sure did."
I was given a rather nice what's the word I'm looking? I'm not quite sure what the right term to employ here is, but at the fruit and veg store I go to, I quite often hear tracks I know from like when I was young.
Right.
And I'll chat with the staff, most of whom are quite young, and say, "I remember this one," and da 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 da, because I listen to the music. I do. I'm sure you're not surprised by that at all, actually. Anyway, and depending on what's on, I have a hard time not singing along, but we'll leave that discussion there. But I can't remember what it was on, but it was something that was like very old. I said, the mere fact that I was even, that I can, this came out when I was young, tells you how old it is, because I'm not an old person. I'm pretty old myself. And the young lady gave me the rather charming response of, "Yes, but that's the way you're wise." You think, "Oh, you know how to win a friend, don't you, young lady?"
Yep.
I don't know if any people, well, some people call me that, but all I think is that, yeah, good at fooling people, clearly.
It makes you kind of wonder how people, how they carry on every day because, we'll be on the aisle and, me and Bass Woman, we'll holler at one another. We can't find each other. We'll say Marco, she'll say Polo. And people look at us like we're a bunch of idiots, And
That's funny.
she hollered at me one time, playingly, not being ugly. And I said, "I don't feel safe." I said, "I don't want to go home with her. I don't feel safe." And this woman took her cart and pushed it up against my cart. She said, "Get me a blocker, keep her away from me." I said, "Would you please?" I said, "Can I go home with you?"
Well, look, it's a thing of, here's a line of thought for you. I've encountered entirely too many people, and I'm sure you're the same. A lot of people in society have lost their sense of fucking humor.
They have. That's the problem. You nailed it right on the head with that one. They have.
Like, seriously,
They want to be
I've
serious.
had the experience of, okay, here we go. Now, when you got to leave a name, I frequently am very, very silly. Why? Because I always have to use my real name if I fill out a form. If I'm asking for a coffee or whatever, I might suggest something very, very silly. Now, an example of this is I am far from unknown to order a coffee for Satan
Oh shit.
Or when been asked, now what was your name? To hit them up with Bond, James Bond, and they look at you, go, really? No, only kidding. And some people laugh, and some people give, oh, really? Like,
Yeah, I know.
you've just, and you think, oh, come on, lighten up.
Yep.
Um,
I done the Batman voice at the lady at the door today. They always checks your receipt, and I walked there. I said, "Hello, how are you?" And she looked, she smiled, and Bassman said, "He's crazy. Don't pay him no mind." I just thank you. Have a good day.
It's mine.
Every time I hear that Batman voice, and I'm going to give you a bit of a spoiler here, David, but never mind. I can't help but think of the line of, like, you sucked my cock a lot. Like, Jesus, you just don't see it coming. Well, she would have, but we'll leave that discussion there.
Yep. Yeah, I might have to go back and watch that again. I got to find it again. If you send it to David, send it to me again.
I can do that.
Yeah, that's a good shit, man.
And that way I'll remember to send it to David as well.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
It's a scene from Batman that I think we'd all like to see.
Holy shit. Well, I must say that guy that was acting out that role, he done a really good job of looking and sounding like Batman. Didn't he? He did too. His costume was pretty accurate, and his voice was about dead on with some of them.
I don't know who the actor was.
I know. I don't either.
I know that Bane was played by Thomas Hardy, I believe. I saw an interview with him, and he was saying how he had to bust up a whole heap for Bane.
Yeah, Tom Hardy played the original Bane. I'm talking about the Batman in that parody that Rob sent me.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. He totally nails the whole thing, doesn't he?
Yeah, the Batman in that parody you sent me. Yeah.
I actually ripped a line from that scene for the book I'm currently writing, or the fiction book I'm currently writing, and that's because what happens is long and the short of it, they're organising a big robbery, and they want to get this woman on side, and her deal with the one of the guys in question is that he's pretty much got to be her slave for an evening. And then they could talk in the morning. And when they get to her place, basically it's a whole dungeon set up.
Oh yeah.
And the line that goes through his mind is, when the mission is at hand, no act is off limits. So he goes through with it. And the next morning, when his other team members see him, he's not quite walking straight. Okay.
Turn up, David.
All right. Almost there.
What David's doing, he's giving him something hell, though.
Yeah. Now, the tricky part's going to be getting around the edge here.
Round the outside, round the outside.
On the outside. That's the one. Yeah.
So, man, I tell you what, on that video you were talking about earlier, them pole naps.
Yeah.
Man, wow. Hats off to them.
Oh, yeah.
Hats off.
There's also the whole
And twerking.
imagination involved. Like, imagine if is what the first part of it you need to sort of like start with.
But not only that, but just the damn strength it takes to do that.
Yeah, look,
Imagine tighten that thing up on you. Yeah, pinch it off.
I just, yeah, it's pretty well done. It's good, yeah, quality parody. I have seen a couple of others they've done, but they haven't been quite up. They haven't been as good as that. The visual quality is, but the dialogue's not as good, unfortunately.
Oh, you're talking about the Batman parody you sent me. I was talking about the video I sent you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The fold
Yeah,
in.
there's a whole lot of booty shaking going on there.
Well, like I said, the pole dancing, man, that's just amazing to me. That's an art by itself, you know.
It is, and there's actually, I don't know if there would be in some places, but not necessarily in your area. But even over here, there's actual classes in pole dancing as exercise.
No way.
Yep.
What?
He said probably not in our area, but there's actually pole dancing classes where people use it.
Absolutely.
Around here is. Yeah, is there? Bassman says there is. Huh. Well, around
There you
Raleigh.
go. Because what you've got to realize is that the core strength required to pull that shit off is immense.
Hey.
So a lot of people do it for that very reason.
You think a man could do that?
Pardon?
You think a man could do that?
Well, as to why they would want to.
Why they would want to?
Old dance.
Well, here's a line of thought. A man could.
I'm going to look up some videos then.
A man could.
Our son just said it's actually a sport that there's a lot of men that actually pole dance. And I've got to find me some videos on that and see that shit, man.
Seriously?
Yeah. He said, seriously, it's a damn sport.
Wow. I wonder if there's another sport, mate, something like, the 100 meters twerk.
I ain't going to deny, I used to twerk a little bit.
100 meters twerk.
Maybe you could also come with a video, ass slapping for beginners.
I think that's what we all want to see. Robbie, you need to twerk for it sometime.
That you don't want to see.
Yeah, they're typically gay.
Are they really? Our friend Taylor said that they're typically gay that do the pole dancing, the men.
I can believe that. There's a very big muscle culture in gay society. Yeah. And
but still, I mean, there's got to be a bunch of straight men out there that just want to do it, just fucking do it,
Well, yeah.
For the sport.
I'll tell you what's something that I actually recommend young people to get into if they want to get very serious about their sport, when they're older. Gymnastics, either gymnastics or ballet. Both of those will build up the core strength of a god.
Gymnastics, man. I see these people that can do like fucking 25 flip jumps and rolls.
Mate,
man,
you got to say that's some funky shit right there.
That's all I can do to get off the toilet sometimes. I can't imagine doing fucking 15 backflips.
It's well, but it's the core strength they've got and the flexibility with it. I know that Van Damme actually did ballet when he was young.
Yeah.
And it shows.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, once upon a time, he had some chops. Then the cocaine got him. And he
Van
got
Dam.
off the cocaine. Yeah, he had for a while. Not he's off of it now. But yeah, for a little while, he let the coke get to him.
Yeah.
And it's pretty easy. Think about it. Hollywood would have a
Oh,
fair bit of coke going around.
what about Steven Seagal?
Well, do I rate him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'll even tell you, I can even give you big reasons to rate him. He's the first. He was the first Westerner
Oh, so
to be
you,
fully trained to master level in Aikido in Japan.
Don't do it now. Send it to me later.
And
Yeah. Yep.
he actually has a chain of schools in Japan. And they rate him very highly. Now, if he can get rated very highly in the country of origin of Aikido, I don't think he's going to be lacking his form any. Look at that. He's got a chain of schools in Japan.
Huh.
So, yeah, he's all
Yeah,
that. He is all that. He might not look it, he might come over as a dick, but he is a very good martial artist in his area or in his chosen style.
Because I've heard some things, and I always thought Steven Seagal was pretty fucking badass, pretty awesome. But I've seen some things that people were calling him out as a fake, and
Nah, he's the real deal.
yeah, I've always been impressed by Steven Seagal myself.
He,
Even to be a bigger guy now, he's actually still pretty fucking tough.
like I said, you can't say that someone who gets rated in the country of origin is bad at what they do when it comes to martial arts. I can honestly say, speaking for myself, one of my proudest moments was getting big raps from the top master in China. I was stoked. So, you know. Because, yeah, I would have been, how old? 34 when I went to train under him.
Wow.
And whilst my technique still needed working on, I think I'd really impressed him with my willingness to push through pain. Because when he actually gave me some one-on-one time in an afternoon session, that's something you sort of like had to be chosen to do. And he had me doing this one stance that involves a really deep squat. And he had me going so low that he got two of his instructors to hold my torso upright so I could go even lower. And I went through that. And once he had finished, I figured, well, clearly I needed stronger legs. And whilst I continued to watch what he was doing with the others, I put my back against a tree and squatted down just to get some more leg strengthening going on. And as he was teaching, he noticed he couldn't see me. At first he was quite quite angry. And then when they pointed out that I was squatting and strengthening my legs still further, he was very happy. And yeah, one big brownie points from him there. But yes, he was very, and he, I was going to go back there the next year, but that was when things got very political between me and my instructor, unfortunately. But at least I can hold my head up high and say I was given big raps by the main man in China.
Well, that's what matters.
And Steven Seagal's case, he's got an entire nation.
Yeah.
Rates. So you see what I'm saying there. If getting it once from senior master is great, he's got an entire nation that rates him highly and know him by name.
Yeah, I knew he was a real deal. I've seen these videos of people talking about it. It just kind of really shocked me.
Yeah, he's he is all that in a bag of grits.
Yeah, still kind of terrible that Chuck Norris passed away. He was 86. Yeah, he was 86 on it. But they have not released why what was the cause of death.
I would say it was. I can tell you what the cause of death is. He was killed by death. I mean, there you have it. Story ends.
Death got him. Death knocked at the door.
That's it. And it doesn't matter how many fists you've got.
That's it. You can't stop.
See you later.
Yep, it's unfortunate. Whenever your number's up, it's up.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Here's a fun line of thought for you on that sort of a topic. And this is actually to do with the Vikings. To them, dying wasn't the biggest issue. The biggest issue was how you met your death. Think about that for a bit.
Fun fact, the Vikings helmets actually didn't have horns on them.
No, they did not, and with good reason too.
Yep, there was what was it? Damn it.
The priests might have in religious rituals. But it comes from an opera.
Yeah, an opera. There you go. That's what I was trying to think. The guy that made them more dramatic and made them look more adding horns to them. Yep.
The guy's name you're looking for is Wagner.
There you go. That's it. Yep.
And
I
believe the opera is Faust. Now, the thing about Wagner is that he... Okay. Let's go
most people think Vikings had horns on their helmets.
Yeah, they don't.
Yep.
Or didn't.
Didn't.
Something you can consider very easily with this is... imagine how much weight that would put onto your head. Horns are actually fucking heavy.
Yep.
You'd know that yourself from having done taxidermy.
Yep, they are.
So why would you want that on your head when you're fighting? You wouldn't. The other is, gee, why don't you just give your opponent something to grab hold of and lead you whichever way he wants?
That's exactly what would happen too.
Hello.
Yep. That's what I would do.
The suggestion I've heard made is it might be possible, or might have been the case, that perhaps in religious ceremonies that might have happened.
I can see that. Yeah.
Maybe. But as far as for going out and going and doing the
no, absolutely
thing, no, not at all.
Nope.
Now,
that's actually why deer's necks are so muscular to hold up those off.
Yeah.
But I've mounted some.
One of the biggest examples for me, bison.
Oh man, golly!
Look at the necks they've got, and granted, part of that's because when the males start getting amorous, the headbutts come hard and heavy.
Yeah, when they go in the rut. Yep.
But yeah,
it's a true fact that when does go into heat, the rut starts.
Wait, I had a sudden.
Them deer do stupid shit, man.
Of a song called "In the Heat of the Rut" to the tune of "In the Heat of the Night" by Whitesnake.
That's what says.
The rut, see the bulls now, honey, budding away there. But yeah, so what? Yeah, no, they didn't. Straight out, did not do that. No, correct.
Yeah, back when I was,
Indeed, if you go on to the classic Viking helmet, is actually what's called a Vendel helmet. And that's actually what the Viking I've got stashed away and got part work done on is wearing. And what you'll find it has is a normal sort of a shape that exposes the face. Is a part that goes down to the front of the nose and also under the eyes.
Yep. I've
That
seen
is
those.
the classic Viking helmet, the Vendel helmet.
Yep, I've seen those myself.
So yeah, but it's yeah. I was talking about Wagner. Yes, get this one. Now he has a very dark place in history. In actuality, because you see, it goes like this: in the 1700s, the cities that make up modern Germany were a bunch of individual city-states. They were wealthy individually, but not particularly powerful or anything like that. And they're all populated with German people. The biggest of these was Prussia. But the result of this was there was a where Italy and Italian culture got a lot of prestige, partly probably still lingering from Rome, and because well Italy actually existed as a country, German culture really didn't get a lot of that. And what developed was this nationalism, German nationalism. Wagner put it to music. Now, the thing about it was that Wagner was actually very anti-Semitic. And in his music and the way a lot of his portrayals are a lot of the themes of Aryanism that the Nazis borrowed from.
Huh.
Yeah. So, and Hitler himself is quoted as saying that unless you understood Wagner, you could not truly understand National Socialism. So he has a very dark place in history in that regard. Does that mean you shouldn't listen to the music? Depends if you like it. You'd know some of his stuff very, very easily. There's one called Ride of the Valkyries, which you'd know. I can guarantee you. You ready?
Give it to us. Yep, that's it.
And it's a very famous piece of music and a very striking piece of music. And yeah,
They actually use
there you
that in a
go.
lot of. They actually use that tone, that melody, in a lot of older cartoons.
Yeah, well, it's associated. It was called Flight of the Valkyries.
Yeah.
Now, the Valkyries, do you know who they were or who they were meant to be?
Tell us.
They were the handmaidens of Odin, the head of the gods. And they, well, at one stage of the tale, take flight. The flight of the Valkyries. There you go.
I've heard that before.
And they, yeah, that's one of Wagner's pieces, probably his most famous piece, but it gets used, of course, a lot in stuff to do with flight because, well, it's Flight of the Valkyries.
Interesting.
You also find it gets used occasionally if there's reference to his influence in Nazism, because, of course, well, it's a quintessential Nazi piece, really, in many ways. Or it's a classic Wagner piece, and if you're associating with Nazism, you want something that everyone's going to know. Bam, there you go, sort of a thing.
All right.
So yeah.
There we go.
Hmm. Now I'm going to need to do some tidy ups in Chrome on this, but
That
it's
girl,
looking pretty good thus far.
that did look good. I like that chrome you put on the chassis like that with it being black. That's pretty.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it's coming along. Obviously, there are going to be some. Actually, it's not going to be that many tidy ups. There are, like I said, there will be some, but you know,
Oh yeah, it's inevitable.
mostly she's looking pretty tidy. All right. Now, yep, score. I had a very productive day yesterday. I did.
Tell us
Well,
about it.
it's your house, didn't you?
No, I'm gonna not yesterday. I didn't.
Oh,
What I did yesterday was a whole stack of business stuff.
oh yeah, that's it.
There's an organisation here called Business SA, and basically, there's in Business South Australia, and their job is to help small business. And I'd contacted them on Friday, and they sent me some very useful information. And I chased some of it up yesterday, and just, yep, this is the shit you want. And
Good.
it even had, as an example, like it would put me on to things like, go and attend, or put your name down so as you can attend these networking events, stuff like that. Because of course that's what you need to do, is attend networking events often. So, but if you don't know where and when they are, it's a bit of a poser. But I've now been told. I've subscribed to their newsletter and all the rest of it.
Okay.
So yeah, and I've been. Ooh, that's a bit tight, I tell you. We were Bishop Flyboy time there.
Bless you.
Yeah, but yeah.
Now they're coming on the house front.
Well, I've got two places to look at today. I am gonna. There's one I'm a bit. We'll see, because I'm not quite sure what the
Give up.
carport front is.
Give up.
It also has a spiral staircase, which may make it just not happen. I'm going to have a look at it.
Spiral staircase.
I'm okay with that. The issue might be, and I may have to discuss this reality with the land agent. Maybe there's something I don't know, but I would be wanting to get, ideally, note ideally, my big bookshelves up into the spare room or the second bedroom, which is of course up the spiral staircase. Now that
That
said,
could be a tad bit tricky.
yeah. Now the point is, I don't want to, of course, take a place that I end up going, oh, I can't actually even get my stuff in. So, but I'm going to have a look. If it might be that it's wider than I think, as far as the stairway.
Yeah, because you don't want to be able to take those bookcases apart.
No, that might be the only way it can happen. In which case, no.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that either. That would be a biatch.
Yeah. Now, again, tidy ups are required here, but getting places.
And our gas keeps creeping up and up. It's $3.79 down now.
So does ours.
2 days it went up 20 cents.
Jesus.
Well,
Just,
maybe a week, maybe 5 days. Because I put gas
well,
in my car
ours,
last week and it was 3.59, and me and Bassman saw it this morning for 3.79.
Jesus.
Yep.
Well, here's one to consider in the same sort of a vein. I put a fair bit in my car at $1.79, because I knew that there was going to be some problems. And then when I next needed to fill up, got very messy there. I did. It was already up to 2.29. And this is a litre, not a gallon.
Right.
And they now it's 2.49. So it's gone up.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty quick.
Everyone's so grateful for the attack on Iran, aren't they? Fucking.
Yeah.
I ask you. No, I don't need to.
Yeah. Trump's called. Said something
Yeah.
about wanting them to do a complete surrender.
Oh,
I
look, the guy just-
quit watching the politics and stuff like that. I don't keep up with it like I used to because it's so damn depressing. And man, it's all you see now on Google, on on every fucking thing.
Yeah, mate. Look, here's the thing. And you'd probably be aware of this as I. Come November, a whole stack of this might suddenly change. Particularly if a whole stack of them get impeached, which if they lose control of the House and the Senate will happen.
Yeah.
Now that's
we're gonna have to wait and see.
That's pretty much the deal, and that's based on. I actually watch a lot of US current affairs stuff, partly because I understand the global picture and all the rest of it, and I'm sure you get the idea. That's why I know a fair bit about what goes on with various parts of US politics. Anyway, and I tell you who I find a combination of frustrating but amusing and informative. Harry Yenton. He analyzes the number for CNN as far as the polling and stuff.
Right.
And he gets very excited about it. Amusingly excited. His gesticulating is just, wow, you're really animated about this political polling, aren't you, mate? And that's fine. But what's interesting is when he shows the numbers now, you can interpret stats any number of ways, which he does say, because that's true. And polls are very much that way. Yeah, like I said, he's a combination of, he can be frustrating with his exuding excessive amounts of animation, but at least he's into what he does and he's informative.
Well, that's all that matters then.
Well, yeah. I watch a number, like I said, I watch quite a few different ones I tend to avoid for both being on the extremes of both sides. I tend to avoid MSNBC.
Oh,
I get the vibe that that's very left-wing to the point of being excessive.
Yeah.
I also stay away from Fox.
Fox, yep.
Because they're the reverse. On the other side of it, it's just like they're as bad as each other.
They are. Absolutely.
And there's no balance in their reporting. on either side of that.
It's all fake news.
Yes, both of them are, and you know what? And here's the thing that cracks me up with regards to Fox, at least. Some people will still quote them as a source.
Oh, yep.
My take of which is, you are aware they've been found guilty in a court of law of misinformation, aren't you? You know, it's like
I
Jesus.
know that's one person I quit watching. One of my news guys was because that's where he got most of his information from.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and some of the things that Trump's done, I very much disagree with. He's all for it, supporting it, and I
Oh, I
quit watching.
bet. Yeah, well, that's the thing. That is the thing that happens.
I've heard about his
It's
mind.
and that's the whole thing with media control.
And what's up with law enforcement now, man? These motherfuckers, dude.
The
Last 2 or 3, 4 years, man, fucking law enforcement got out of hand. Actually, the state trooper I saw today in 2023, they were chasing a guy, and he was armed. But when he crashed his car and they chased him on foot and they found him, got to him, they beat him, tasered him, and beat him. And the guy had his hands up, laying on the ground, giving up. But that
and
state
they're
trooper
hammering him.
job and got put in prison.
Jesus.
But fucking law, man, they just gotten where they just feel like they can do any fucking thing.
Wow. Here's a kind of rather amusing cops giving a hammering story. That's one night I was on the door and saw this cop car with lights flashing come onto the street up the top. Now, whenever that happened, rule number one, look where they're going, because that's where problems might be coming from. And I couldn't see anything anywhere on the street. Okay, keep watching, see where they go. And they're coming further down the street and further. They're getting closer. I can't see anything. Then this other cop car comes around from the other corner, which is quite close, and also starts heading up the road. Where the fuck are they going? By this stage, there's the cop cars are pretty much almost in front of me. And then I see, and there's a line of traffic at the lights, and then I see this four-wheel drive straight into the back of this station wagon. And after it's made contact and shunted it a bit, out pour all these Star Force coppers, basically the equivalent of your SWAT teams,
Right.
with batons, and they start wailing on the car. The passenger is just sitting there absolutely terrified, poor fucker. Well, I don't know how poor fucker that applies, but you know what I'm saying. The driver tried to make a run for it, was duly leapt upon by about 8 cops. And as I'm watching all this unfold at a range of about 20 yards, for a brief moment I thought, being a copper wouldn't be all bad. It was something to see in operation, And what it turned out to be, because of course you find out later, was they'd actually busted them. Now, the area that have busted them would have been 20 miles out of town. Basically, drug deal goes wrong. They got caught.
Yeah, they have a lot
Did a runner.
here too.
They've done their runner, and then for reasons best known to themselves, have come not only into the central business district, but the main drag, where of course there's no traffic flow at all. It makes perfect sense. And yeah, that's where what happened in front. That's where they caught up with them, right in front of me, and it was just like, wow. So this is how it happens, is it, kids?
I'll tell you what, the world's going to hell in a handbasket because postal workers are stealing checks and cashing them, and
Yeah.
was a FedEx driver was stealing packages and had a storage building with thousands of dollars of people's packages that he had stolen.
Really?
Yeah, and
That's fucked.
man, yeah, this one postal worker,
I
she
mean,
stealing people's checks and cashing them, and
yeah, look,
thousands of
I'm
dollars.
entirely unsurprised because the way things are going,
Here.
we are getting to conditions that will lead to a massive global recession.
Man, I'll tell you what,
And
getting worse.
when that happens, people will do what they need to do to survive, or what they perceive they need to do. Now, for a lot of people, if that involves criminal activity, they are entirely comfortable with that, you know?
Oh yeah.
And in some instances, if you look back to a classic example, look at how it was in the 20s. People did what they did to survive.
Well, the phrase "piss poor" actually comes from Victoria, England, when the people were so poor they used to sell their urine, put it in canisters, and give it to tanners because they use it to tan hide.
Yes, urine's a very important part of tanning.
Yep. And some of the people were so poor they couldn't even afford a container to put their urine in to sell it, and that's where the phrase "piss poor" came from.
Oh, there you go.
Kind of cool, huh?
Oh, look, history gives you all these wonderful little phrases and stuff.
Don't it though?
Now, oh wow, it's almost an hour and a half already. I've gotten the black on.
Good. It's nice.
Heard
So yeah,
yeah, that looks
you
good.
can see that there are some tidy ups I'm going to need to do sort of along the sides here. Although I'm increasingly starting to get to the opinion or the point where I was starting to realize you don't need to be utterly fastidious. It just needs to be like, for example, there's definitely some spots in there I want to tidy up. In here on that boot, you can see right there, but I don't have it perfectly to the bottom, you know?
Well, you got to think about it. You got your exhaust and your leaf
That's
spring.
right. So it's not going to be a biggie, but so long as I get that looking nice, just a little bit prettier, it'll be good. All right. Now, that means that tomorrow, I reckon I'm going to go for some engine detailing. I am.
All right.
Yes, I
Winner,
am.
winner, chicken dinner.
Indeedy. All right. Now, good people, I am going to give you some solo time.
Solo.
Up we get.
All right, twerk. You're up. Twerk course.
You what?
I said you're up. Twerk course.
Oh, again, this is not a visual that you really wish for. Now we'll start with you, David.
Hey, mate.
Well, I just spent the evening looking over the floor for parts of the car, and the wheels come off.
Yeah, man.
Trying to fix the pieces. So I put it down. I thought, sod it. Enough. And I started looking around for the other pieces, and I found this one. So the size. So I'm trying to put that on. I get that on. But I got the boot on anyway, so I got that straight.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh.
I'll be glad when this one's done. I'm fed up with losing bits and pieces, right?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I can be aggravating, I imagine.
Yeah,
if you can get them back on and
so I can
see
try
how
to
you go with that one.
So I got this. Get the size
That's
on
very
there.
pretty. That's a nice looking car, though. It's got to be.
Yeah.
So that's a good engine too.
Yeah.
Man.
It's actually
Very pretty car.
it's sexy.
So
I got to say, I'm getting a strong
you know.
urge to probably after the Lamborghini, I will consider getting another one of that sort of an era car. They're pretty nice.
Yeah, I may
Well, I
want
don't know. There's all sorts of things I might build. I'm also getting I'll get back to you, Bassman. Here you go, Bassman.
to. Man,
That's the car coming along.
it's coming along pretty good. I got the headlights in, and I got them the Mod Podge put in there to make it look like more of a lens. They'll dry. I got the side markers put on it on both sides. Got a light bar on it.
Yeah,
And
nice.
got all 4 of my wheels. They're just black with chrome center
Oh,
cap.
yeah, nice.
Got them sanded down to look,
Yep.
like been drifting. And what else? I'm working on the engine, getting it painted up. I got the
Nice.
paint up also. I had to take this other one off because the guy had it glued down here at the bottom instead of where it
Yep.
actually goes. And I got working on the battery.
Yeah, right.
Oh, there we go. I got the top of it
Nice.
chrome detailed out, and I'm gonna put my cables
Yep.
in it tomorrow. That's what I've been doing.
Cool.
That's it.
Alrighty. Well, that is us done for today. Thanks to everyone for watching. We do appreciate it.
I appreciate
First
it.
time viewers, it's time for you to hit follow, like, or subscribe. If you haven't already, you're just not paying attention.
Right.
Other platforms. I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. And follow, like, or subscribe. Now, tomorrow, theoretically, I have swimming. Theoretically.
How's your arm, by the way?
That's where I'm getting to. Now, I've got Cairo this morning. We'll see what his recommendation is once he's had a look at it. If the recommendation is, go swimming now, or tomorrow, then I don't go swimming tomorrow, and I'll be on this time, the same time as I was today.
All right.
If on the other hand he's there, well, you just go and do that. Then I will be on half an hour earlier.
All right.
So in that instance, at the end of the day, it'll be a fairly similar sort of a time. So we'll be back tomorrow at a similar kit time and the same kit channel. And I will catch you good people then. See yous.
Bye.
Later.